Hello, good morning everyone. This is Dr. Sravanthi. So today we will be doing another lecture in the aircraft systems and control subject. So today's topic is about the examples of hydraulic systems, right? So let us continue with that. So in the aircraft hydraulic system examples, we are today seeing the Airbus A320. Right, so today we will be talking about the complete Airbus 320 and its hydraulic system. What are the different systems it has, and how are they? How the cockpit, how it is in the cockpit, how the different things are working in the Airbus A320 hydraulic channel. Right. So let us begin with that. Now, this particular Airbus A320 is, equipped with three operating hydraulic systems. So you have three channels to it, right? So you have three hydraulic systems or three hydraulic channels. Now, again, each has its own reservoir, right? So reservoir, we have said what is a reservoir. So reservoir is where completely you have the hydraulic source or hydraulic fluid, right? So each of the channel or each of the system has its own hydraulic, reservoir to it, right? So the first channel or the first system, the system one is the green system. This is pressurized by an engine drive pump, right? So now the green systems are pressurized by EDPs, right? So you have engine driven pumps which are going to drive you the hydraulic system, which has its own hydraulic reservoir, right? Then we have other system, which is system 2, that is a blue system. Now this blue system is pressurized by electric motor driven pump. So these are a little bit different from the green systems. Green systems are driven by engine driven pumps, but whereas the blue systems, they are driven by the electric motor pumps, right? So you have yellow systems. Yellow systems are pressurized by EDPs, which are driven by the second engine, number 2 engine, right? So then this electric motor driven pump system also has a hand pump to it, right? So hand pumps are used mostly in the cases where you have to open cargo door operation, right? So on the ground. So this particular electric driven pump have a hand pump to pressurize the system. So they are pressurizing the system in terms of for a cargo door operation when the aircraft is on the ground, when you don't have electric power sources, right? So that means they are acting. Now these hand pumps are acting as a backup. Okay, backup to electric pumps, electric power, right? So in case of the electric power failure or it is not available, then using the hand pumps you can able to move the cargo door operation, right? So now this each main system has a hydraulic accumulator to the main system pressure if there is any transient, right? So first of all, every system has got its own reservoir and every system has got its own driving source, right? So the first green system, as we have said, it has the power, the major source is coming from engine driven. For the blue system, it is coming from electric motor. But if you have any failures or anything is going wrong with electric motor, then there's a hand pump which is going to come into the picture, right? So, and again, every system has got its own accumulators to maintain it, right? So each system includes a leak measurement valve and a priority valve. So you have again two different valves. One is a leak measurement valve and there is a priority valve. Now this leak measurement valve is positioned upstream of the primary flight controls and is also used for the measurement of leakage in the each flight control systems, right? So these are operated from the ground maintenance panel, right? So you have a ground maintenance where they are looking into the all these particular hydraulic systems, all different hydraulic systems that are there in the A320 or the aircraft, right? So as we said, the green has got its own reservoir, it has got its own source, which is electrical driven pump, and also it has got its own valves, which is leak measurement valve, or there is a priority valve to it, right? So all these are monitored from the ground itself, right? So if there is any event of any low pressure, right, if you have a low pressure, then immediately you have a priority valve again. Now what this priority valve does is it is going to maintain the pressure supply to essential system. Essential system means at that point what is important or what is required, right? So to only that essential systems, the power or the supply is been sent by having a priority valves here, by cutting out of all the heavy loader users, which is not required at that point of time, right? So at that point of time, that is not my concern. My only concern is where the fluid need to be directed, right? So for that purpose, we have a valve separate, which is called as a priority valve, right? So then the bidirectional power transfer unit enables the green or yellow system so that they can power each other without any transfer of fluid, right? So in flight, in the event that only one engine is running, so if there is an event where you have only one engine is running, then the PTO will automatically operate when the differential pressure between the systems are greater, right? If they are greater than 500 psi, only then it is going to operate automatically, right? So what exactly we are trying to say here is, you have Airbus A320 has got three separate hydraulic systems in it. All the hydraulic systems have got its own power sources to it, and they have their own reservoirs to it, and there are hand pumps which are going to back up the electrical driven pumps to it, and there are different valves, right? So you have a leak measurement valve which is going to check it. Then there is going to be a priority valve which is going to make sure that the fluid enters into the concerned source or the concerned application rather than any heavy loader users. So the heavy loader users are going to be completely cut off, and it is going to be the priority, right? And then on the ground, when you are operating this LO system using the electrical motor driven pump, the PTU, the power transfer unit, will also allow the green system to be pressurized. So that is one thing again, right? So when you're on the ground, when you're operating your LO system, now LO systems have got electrical power, electrical driven, right? So this power transfer, so there is a power transfer unit which is going to transfer or pressurize the green system as well along with the yellow systems, right? Then you have the rat is your ram turbine. Rat is a ram turbine which extends automatically in flight when there is any event of a failure of both engines and the APUs, right? So in this event of any engine fire or a fire valve in the section line between the ATPs and the appropriate hydraulic reservoir that is made, that to be closed, and where you are isolating the supply of hydraulic fluid to the engines, right? So that means when you are on the ground, when you are still on the ground, when the LO systems are operating electric, you have something called as a power transfer unit. So this power transfer unit is also going to allow the green system to be pressurized again. Then you also have something called as rats. Rats are going to be extend automatically in the flight when APUs are not working. Now, what are these APUs? APUs are auxiliary power units. So when auxiliary power units are not working, these are going to come into the picture, right? So now in the event of a fire, you have a valve, separate valve, which is fire a valve in the suction between EDP and appropriate. So it is closed where you're isolating the fluid to engine, right? So here we see a picture of A320 system, right? So in this system, we are seeing all different channels, right? So you have a blue channel, you have a green channel, then you have a yellow channel here, right? So in the blue channel, as we have discussed, every hydraulic system has got its own reservoirs, right? So blue has its own blue reservoir, green system has its own green reservoirs, yellow system has its own yellow reservoirs, right? Then you have something as well here. Yellow system, the blue system, you have a rat, you have MDP here, you have EDP only here. So yellow systems have EDP and MDP here, right? So you have a ground supply, you are taking from the ground sources as well, ground sources, and then there is an accumulator to it, right? So even here the services, right? So services are wherever it is required. So for that requirement, it is moving. Even in the green system also, to the services you have whatever the accumulator or the ground supply from this particular EDP, you are taking that source, right? Now, but in between the green and yellow, there is a power transfer unit that has been taking place. We have said this, right? So you have a power transfer unit where in this particular power transfer unit, whatever the LO system is being pressurized, the similar thing is being pressurized into the green system as well, green hydraulic system. So that is because of the this particular section, which is your power transfer unit. Okay. So then, so this is how the picture is actually going to look like. So we have green users, we have blue users, we have yellow users, right? So in the green users, what happens is you have these green users are having a separate hydraulic reservoirs. You have a separate, pumps, pipelines, valves, different types of valves. You have check valves, you have priority valves, you have leakage valves, right? So all these are there. You have different reservoirs to it, right? Right. So for emergency also, it is going to be isolated engine driven pump, right? So these green users have this amount of pressure, which is 3000, right? Then you have blue users. Blue users are also having the same thing, except that they have electric driven pumps here, right? So electric driven pumps along with that, right? Then you have yellow systems. Yellow systems are having a hand pump as well. They are maintaining the backup. So the backup, if auxiliary power or if electrical power is not working, then what is the left out option that we have here is hand pumps, right? So where you can manually do things. Manually do things is where you can manually open or have a cargo door operation here, right? So all three different channels are doing different things are one is where we do have green system, we do have blue hydraulic systems, we do have yellow hydraulic systems, right? Now all these green, blue, yellow hydraulic systems are doing their own job, right? But then they have their own reservoirs, they have their own accumulators, right? Yes, we forgot to mention accumulator here. So they have their own accumulators, or they have their own reservoirs, or they have their own valves. They have their own source of driving, which is engine driven pump or electric driven pump, or or auxiliary pump. You have again auxiliary power unit as well. Either it is auxiliary unit power unit, or it is electrical driven pump, or it is engine driven pump, or you have finally the backup is hand pump. Okay. So these are all the different things that are going to happen, right? So then we have this is how it is going to be seen in the cockpit, right? So in the cockpit, the pilot should be able to see the different hydraulic channels or different hydraulic systems, we could say. So in Airbus A320, we have green, we have blue, we have yellow hydraulics. All right, so this is the cockpit view. How how it is going to look like, or what are all different things that I have here, right? How you have this particular ram turbine, or how you have electrical driven sources, or what engine driven pumps you have, or rather, what is the hand pump we have, the last or the least source that we could do, right? So we'll just see this particular figure, and then we will try to move ahead from the hydraulic systems, right? So in this particular hydraulic systems, what we could see in the picture in the cockpit, that a pilot or the the other people who are going to look into it, the first officer is, and they have three channels, right? So in the three channels, the one is the green channel, right? So where it is going the pressurized for about 3000 psi. Then you have a blue channel as well. Psi means pound square inch. pound square inch, right? So the pressurized limits are for 3000 for green channel system, 3000 for blue channel system, 3000 for yellow channel systems, right? So now in this green channel systems, these have their own reservoirs. Then they have their own, reservoirs. Then these are driven by the engine-driven pumps. You have the accumulator. You have all different valves, right? So similarly, even here we have a reservoir. All right. So even the blue system, it has got its own reservoir, right? But the problem is we don't have engine driven pumps here. So it is completely ELEC, which is electric driven. So it is electrical driven pumps. Then what we have is we do have accumulator as well. Or we have different valves. Different valves are measurement, leak measuring. You have leak measurement valves, you have, priority valves, right? So that is the blue channel. Then again in the third channel also we have a reservoir. We have electrical driven, you can see here we have electrical driven. Now if there is a failure or if something going wrong with electrical driven, what we do again have is a hand pump. Hand pump for cargo door operation. Okay. You have accumulator. You have valves, right? But the what we have in between the green and blue is we have this particular PTUs, which are power transfer units. Okay, so it can be pressurized in both when the power can be transferred here, right? So this is how you check, or this is how the pilot is going to view the cockpit, the hydraulic channels of Airbus A320, where he has the Airbus A320 has three hydraulic channels, right? So three hydraulic systems, which is a green, blue and yellow, right? So you have three hydraulic channels or three hydraulic systems, you could say, green, blue and yellow, where you have reservoirs separately for each of the hydraulic systems, where you have different where you have accumulator, where you have different valves meaning there is a leak measuring valve, there's a priority valve set, then there's a fire check valves, right? And there's an accumulator to it. Then there is a driving source which is different for all different sources. One is where you have engine driven pump, then the other is where you have electrical driven pump, then the other is also running with electrical driven pump, but the backup to it you have an auxiliary power units, or the backup to it you have an hand pumps to it, right? So that is how you are trying to look into the hydraulics of aircraft, right? So as if now we are going to see this picture as well. Now this picture also shows the cockpit reference, right? So what exactly is the pilot visibility here when he's sitting in the cockpit and trying to view the hydraulics of it, and also along with how are the operator, the upper portion, the base of it, how are the operator, what exactly is going on, right? When the ram turbine is on, or when APUs are on, or when the power transfer is being taking place, or if the electrical drivens are gone wrong, then how hand pumps are coming into the picture, so far and so on, right? So that is how it is, all the different types of hydraulic channels of Airbus A320, right? So we will stop the class at the moment. Thank you.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.